Hello, it's me, and I'm actually going to do another unboxing video. This one, if it's what I think it is something I've been looking forward to for a while, and I think you're going to be interested to see what it is. This comes all Sweden, all right. And this comes from Ola Jansson. Where is it? Focus there? There you go. Ola Jansson. So you know it's going to be a quality product that's here. Ola Jansson is responsible for making a lot of really great puzzles, including a lot of cuboids and modifications. So I'm very excited to see what we got. Especially a lot of hard to get type puzzles. Okay. Make sure that I'm getting it's a large package. And oftentimes there's the fear that when these puzzles come through, people at customs will play with them, sometimes even damage them. So it doesn't look like that's the case. Looks like it's been sealed up very well. And I am containing my excitement here because I have a suspicion of what this is. Actually, more than just a suspicion. All right, the unveiling. I have not seen this yet. And it's bubble wrap, straight from Sweden. Well, maybe there's something inside it. Yes. All right. Pull this out here. I don't know if I'm getting such good video here, but in any case, don't want to do myself an injury again. All right. Very well sealed here. And okay, carefully open this, carefully take it out. And I believe this is something that's going to help complete, or at least expand, my cuboid collection here. Very carefully remove this here. All right, so we got a couple of things. Whoa, okay. So, starting off, it appears we have a 1 by 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Now, lest you think that one cuboid is like another, and we've been through a series of tutorials regarding how to solve these things, I've always been very much amazed at how each cuboid is a little bit different, and that you can't assume that just because you can solve some or most that you can solve all of them. So you need to sample all of them here. It's very carefully make a little incision here, cut along the dermal area, careful to get into the fascia and not hit the muscle, to use surgical vernacular. Okay. Well, this one was unexpected. An unexpected treat. Because among the ones that I was expecting, all right. So, signed by the master himself, Ola Jansson. And this is a 1 by 2 by 5 cuboid. See how functional it is? Very nice. All right. So I'm going to be going through it and seeing how it functions. Now, the one kind of cuboid that doesn't have to be fully functional in terms of shape-shifting is, of course, the one layer. Those generally don't do that. But you can see it looks really well put together. I've been amazed at the kind of craftsmanship that goes into making these kind of puzzles and how they hold together so nicely. I hope you guys can see all that. All right. So, puzzle number 1. And again, this was a bonus. This was not expected, but highly appreciated. So, let's look further. Let's see what's in door number 2. Door number 2 here. All right. So this is something I've been looking forward to for a long time. Something that All right, this is a 4 by 4 by 2 cuboid, and it's perfectly proportioned. It's doesn't have any of what's called an Olsing effect, where because of how large it is, sometimes you have to kind of skew it so that the cubes don't look the same, but turns perfectly, absolutely perfect. Again, indicative of the great craftsmanship of Ola. Now, I always look, whenever I get a new puzzle like this, you notice that I turn it very carefully. Now, being a cuboid, it has the properties that we talked about of odd to even to odd parities. So because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 2 on the side, the question is, does it shapeshift? So I'll pull it down here, and yes, it does. I'm amazed at the movement of this puzzle. Again, perfectly proportioned and can shapeshift. And I believe this is version 3. So it does everything that a 4 by 4 by 2 should. So I will be looking at this, fiddling around with this, and I will put together a tutorial/solve of this as well. Because like I say, even though you're tempted to think it solves just like all the others, the fact that it's giant on one side and you have to put in a center, I've been amazed at how each one has their own little individual personalities. But you know, there's no pillowing effect. So you can see it very, very well put together. Exactly what you would expect from someone such as Ola. Now, let's see if I walked myself into a trap here. Didn't plan on scrambling it yet, but I was so excited that can you blame me? Okay, so more on this later. Now, this is another added bonus here. Ola knows how much I love the cuboids. The 1 by 2 by 4 was a special surprise. Thank you very much. All right. Now, what do we have here? So, okay. Cute little puzzle here. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5 by 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 5 by 5 by 7. Very rare puzzle. Something to notice about this, there he is, signed over there, giving credit where credit is due. I believe he signed this one here as well. So what's fascinating about this puzzle is that it again doesn't have any quote Olsing effect where they have to sort of skew it. Every cube looks exactly like the next. So let's turn this here a little bit. So the turning is very, very smooth. Again, this is a 5 by 5 by 7, and it's looks infinitely portable. Turns great on each side, even in the middles here. Perfect tension. Hope you all can see that. Very, very, very nice. Now, just to test things out a little bit, and again I'm being very gentle with it because you need to sort of feel your way around a new puzzle, especially something that's been made so well. Now, because this is 5 by 5 by 7, same kind of thing, does it shapeshift? Good question. We'll put it through one, and then we'll put it through another turn, and yes, it indeed shapeshifts. And these are not easy puzzles to make. These are not easy puzzles to produce. So this is a very, very unique specimen here. And I'm going to do some more breaking in. I'm not going to push the envelope too much, but it's a 5 by 5 by 7. So I'm very excited to see how it behaves and to see how it functions. All right. More on these later, but here they are. Some very unique, fantastic puzzles by Ola Jansson, straight from Sweden. 1 by 2 by 5, 4 by 4 by 2, and a 5 by 5 by 7. And as you can see, well, I might as well do a checkerboard while I'm at it. Turn, 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 and turn. I can only imagine what it's like to solve this. Going through the shape shifting, I'll probably use very similar strategies as I did with the 4x4 by 6. This is just the next layer version of that. Beautiful. And just play around with a little bit more here. And like I say, at some point, once I've broken it in a little bit more, we'll go ahead and do a solve, making use of the shape-shifting features. And I'm curious to see what new things come out of the solution, because like I say, my suspicion is it's more than just a 4x4 by 6 with more layers. As you can see, I can move this very freely. There's a little bit of a tension in it, which is good. And like I say, you can shape shift on all layers. What that means is it's the kind of shape shifting, not like the Pyromorphinx or some of the other mods. It obliterates a side and creates very, very unusual shapes here. But you have complete freedom to do a vast amount of shape shifting, which means that we have to keep our perspective about us. And even as I'm turning it, even as I'm using it, the movement is getting more and more precise. Okay, and this one of course is just fantastic. Even in the shape-shifting form, I have to say this is probably among the best made puzzles I have. Okay, now before I accidentally scramble it, which I think I probably already did. Yep. All right. Anyway, just fiddling around. I actually did kind of accidentally scramble it, but there I just used, you can see I made a little bit of parity here. So this will be interesting when I do a full scramble. If I were to just look at this as maybe this is the solved bottom here, I can maybe put this here and this back here, or actually go over here, 2R, U, 2R, UI, 2R, come here, 2R, U, 2R, UI, 2R. Aha! Okay. Well, that was just a little taste. What I did is I just kind of did a 2x2x2 solve with a limited scramble that I did. So much appreciative to Ola for giving me the opportunity to participate in these fantastic projects, and we will do individual videos for each one of these. So stay tuned. More on this later. You know, there was actually something else in here that was buried there, this tiny little 1x2x3. Hadn't even noticed it, but again, it moves great. It's a cute little puzzle here. I'm gonna get some stickers for it, but you can see that it's a very nice looking 1x2x3. It almost looks like it's fully functional, as it looks like this might be able to even turn. So yet another addition to the cuboid family. I hope my hands weren't obscuring that, but as you can see, so alright, a lot more than I bargained for. I originally went in for this, ended up getting one of these and these guys, which just goes to show that Ola really knows how to bring it. All right.